I'm the best corner on the field. Why would you even try me? That's words from Colorado cornerback Cree Thomas, who came over from Notre Dame. And we're going to need him to put the straps on Georgia Tech's explosive playmaker Isaiah Fuhrmann when Coach Prime marches to Buffalo September 3rd in the Bobby Dodd Stadium. Today, you are getting a full scouting report on Georgia Tech's big explosive playmaker Isaiah Fuhrmann and how Cree Thomas will put the what? The straps. Buckle up your seatbelts because Cree Thomas is about to step into the job. So listen, the first thing I have to bring up is who is Isaiah Fuhrmann and what has he done? Listen, Isaiah Fuhrmann is Georgia Tech's explosive playmaker. Listen, 19.7 yards per catch in 2025, 9 receiving touchdowns, a big play of 96 yards, 82.5 receiving yards a game. 4 100-yard games in only 11 games, y'all. A touchdown catch in 5 straight games to close the season, so he's on a roll. First-team All-CAA production matches the film. What do I mean by that? He is a jump ball specialist. Let's take a look at Isaiah Fuhrmann and his jump ball expertise here, right? So, 6'4" wide receiver Isaiah Fuhrmann's dominant 2025 season, right? ENA. Let's take a look at Isaiah Fuhrmann and what I mean by he's 6'4", running a 4.4. I wanted you to take a look real quick. That is why Cree Thomas will be on Isaiah Fuhrmann. Basketball background, somebody who uses his 6'4" frame to go high point the ball. I want you to take close attention to this safety and see how it does not affect him in the goal line. What will affect Isaiah Fuhrmann is 6'2" Cree Thomas inside his breadbasket, inside the catch radius, contesting that play, as we've seen before in well-off media, Reach the People media, when he's had jump balls against Joseph Williams, probably one of the tallest wide receivers he goes against in practice. Okay? That's the first thing I wanted to stretch to you guys there was this guy, Isaiah Fuhrmann, is a jump ball specialist. Moving right along because we got a lot to get to in this video. Okay. Secondly, Isaiah Fuhrmann's production similars and rivals what? Colorado's Kam Perry. It mirrors his production almost identical, only he did something in less games. Kam Perry, 14 games. Isaiah Fuhrmann, 11. Receptions, 43. Isaiah Fuhrmann, 46. Receiving yards, 976. Isaiah Fuhrmann, 907. Touchdowns, 6. Isaiah Fuhrmann, 9. Yards per catch, 22 for Kam Perry, 19 for Isaiah Fuhrmann. Yards a game, 69 for Kam Perry, 82.5 for Isaiah Fuhrmann. 100-yard games, 4. Listen, as Colorado fans, if we're going to give Scary Perry the glory as he needs, and we are excited about his production, and we can't wait to roll him out against Georgia Tech, then I'm telling you, as a college football analyst and somebody who scouts teams, or do my best to the best of my abilities, you have to give the same respect to Isaiah Fuhrmann. 6'4", running a 4.4, who can go out and high point the ball. I would be foolish to not put him on my radar as the #1 wide receiver for Georgia Tech this season, who I'm circling on the scouting report. Circling. Cree Thomas, you have your assignment. Let's get it. Moving right along, right? Here we go. Now, same explosive result, completely different stress. Kam Perry, 5'9", 170, sudden acceleration. He stresses space. He's run after the catch. Isaiah Fuhrmann, his catch radius stress, right? We're going to get into that. His vertical tracking, once he gets the ball and doesn't put the ball on the ground a lot, contested finishes. Isaiah Fuhrmann can contest in traffic. So right now, smash that like button, subscribe to the video, and let's keep it moving, right? We're going to show you exactly. Now, 2025, we understand his resume says he's ready for another breakout season in the ACC, and we cannot sleep on the Elon transfer, Isaiah Fuhrmann, bro. He's coming into this Georgia Tech game with 5 straight games with a touchdown catch, right? Big explosive plays for 96 yards, 76 yards, and 47 yards, and you might as well give him 6'4" with cleats. Moving along. Now, what Isaiah Fuhrmann does well, he eats cushion. Look, his long strides close plays quickly, and off corners lose their margin. Listen, this guy is a burner. I repeat, he is a burner. Playing him in off coverage, no bueno. We have to disrupt his timing because what playing Isaiah Fuhrmann in off coverage is going to do is going to allow all that underneath work because you have to stay over the top because of his speed. We're going to get to the game plan on how Cree Thomas, in my book, is going to take it away. Now, he plays above the rim, y'all. Anything inside the 20, alert, alert, Fuhrmann alert, Fuhrmann alert. Where is Cree Thomas? Listen, his frame pause and his jump ball timing create a red zone and boundary jump ball problem, y'all. And when I mean problem, I mean problem. This dude plays above the rim, and in his interview, he talked about his basketball experience, and it's all over the tape, y'all. Isaiah Fuhrmann plays above the rim, and this is not just something to say because I'm trying to say it. He plays above the rim, and he plays above the rim with, if you let him get comfortable in the goal line and we do not have Cree Thomas on deck, this will become an issue. Now, we're going to get over to another highlight I wanted to highlight here for Isaiah Fuhrmann, right? So, as we take a look here too, you can see Isaiah Fuhrmann's catch radius, but if you allow Isaiah Fuhrmann to line up on the right side of the formation, he catches the ball very comfortable with his hands heading to the sideline or out of bounds to the right of the hash marks, right? Take a look here. Very comfortable feet placement, catching the ball to the right side. Good feet, will get his feet in bounds. Good catch radius. You see that catch radius? 6 or 4. Now, this is where I want to pause it at. Say no more. Again, say no more. If we allow Isaiah Fuhrmann to turn over his right shoulder and go for jump balls, good night. This is where he is the most dangerous. Deep balls over 25 yards and jump balls, even over 2 defenders, y'all. Randy Moss. Think Randy Moss when the jump ball goes in the air. So, even though I like Boo Carter for this assignment, I want to move Boo Carter to the opposite side of the field, and I want Cree Thomas on him specifically because of this jump balls, right? And what did I say about when he turns over his right shoulder? That's where he feels most comfortable to me. Anything landing over his right shoulder, anything catching over his right shoulder, as wide receivers, drop an S&M in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Every wide receiver has a comfortability turning over their left shoulder or turning over their right. It's just, I know if it's coming over my right, that's me. I'll take my chances all day. And so does Georgia Tech and Brent Key, right? So as you can see here, jump balls over his right shoulder, scary, y'all. It gets spooky. It gets spooky. 76-yard receiving touchdown from Isaiah Fuhrmann. Again, getting over that right shoulder again. So we're going to get into, again, right there, that right shoulder. We're going to talk about that and how my plan to take away Isaiah Fuhrmann. Say no more. Let's get back to it. Remember that. Remember that over the right shoulder. Now, as you see, he tracks the deep ball with comfort and grows, and he gets excited when he can locate the ball over that right shoulder, right? And in zone, he sits in windows. He can throttle down when zone defenders vacate underneath. And if a ball is behind him, he has that 6'4" catch radius to catch balls that are thrown behind him or over the top. So we're gonna have to create traffic for Isaiah Fuhrmann so that he's never comfortable, right? Now, based on his route trees, these are the routes that I've seen that he is red, the go ball, the fade route. He has vertical tracking and a jump ball, right? He will also hit you with stop and goes and out and ups. Early and often, I expect for Brent Key and them to set up Isaiah Fuhrmann with some outs, some speed outs, some deep outs to then catch Colorado slipping with an out and up with aggressive playing on the out. So stutter and go, out and up is something that Isaiah Fuhrmann runs, y'all. You already know I'm pulling out all the stops for Colorado. We gonna get this done. Inside strike. He can attack the middle of the field with that catch radius. So we're gonna talk about how we're gonna stop that. And we're gonna talk about that from my playbook, how I stop it, right? The right shoulder window, right? The right shoulder window. What defense I'm going to run personally to take away Isaiah Fuhrmann in that right shoulder window, I'm going to let you know here. And he can settle behind underneath drops, right? Let's move right along. Now, that right shoulder, that right side alignment is his comfort picture, right? He showed cleaner hands and body control when the route lets him work over his right shoulder. He moves more fluid on fades, corners, and outside breaking routes on the right side. So when you see Isaiah Fuhrmann line up to that right side of the field, he loves to get to those deep routes, those corners, and those fade routes. He's comfortable catching the ball over his right side of his shoulder, right? Off coverage gives his long stride room to build speed. We are not playing off coverage on Isaiah Fuhrmann. We will disrupt his timing at the line of scrimmage. Him and Alberto Mendoza's timing will never get on par, not with Cree Thomas in the building. Say no more. Do not let the first easy completion establish rhythm with him and Alberto Mendoza. Remove that right shoulder picture first. And I'm going to tell you how exactly we're going to do that. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and become a member if you enjoy these scouting reports. 16 more days till Coach Prime marches into Georgia Tech, Bobby Dodd Stadium, ESPN, college football season opener. I'm doing everything I can to prepare my dogs. Say no more. We getting straight to it. Now, we got to force the difficult shoulder at that catch point, right? When he aligns left, right? Make him release inside or work back across the frame. He wants to get back to that right shoulder, right? Contest the left shoulder tracking picture. Do not grant the preferred turn. Even when he's streaking down the middle on the left side, he prefers to catch a pass. Even if he has to turn his body to get here, he wants to get over that right shoulder. We're going to take that away. We're going to make him go to what I've seen now. He can make catches to the left side, but he prefers cradling body catches to the left, right? Which is going to leave room for interceptions, right? Cree Thomas, Bull Carter can break on those cradle throws because what? When you're not reaching out with your hands, and I don't care what you want to say right now, 16 days left, comfortability habits or comfortability habits. This isn't something that's going to change to me. Now, I'm going to give Isaiah Fuhrmann his props, or I wouldn't even be doing this video. He liked that. That's the only reason why I'm making this video. If we let him get comfortable with his catch radius, then it's going to become a problem because then those catches start becoming third down and 7, third down and 8 contested catches from Isaiah Fuhrmann. Even when Bull Carter is in tight coverage, if that catch radius, if he's able to outreach Bull Carter, then he's keeping Georgia Tech on the field. If we have Cree Thomas lined up on him and Cree Thomas is inside his basket with his length, pause. He takes away that breadbasket catch where he likes to catch with the pads. And I like Cree Thomas because he's lengthier. When they both go for that catch radius now, 6'2" is different from 5'10", if you ask me, right? So I like Cree Thomas when he's aligned on the left side of the hash and he's running an out, he's running a post. Dig into that breadbasket. Be there. Be ready to drive on that because he likes to bring it in. It's going to give opportunity to scoop in there and take it away, right? Play through the hands and breadbasket when the ball enters the frame. Corners, you know what I'm talking about. Play through the breadbasket when his hands into the frame. He wants to bring that ball in over the left shoulder. He wants to cradle it left. He's great right. All right. So now he can make catch. I ain't gonna hold you, and I ain't gonna cap. He can make catches over his left shoulder with his hands, but it's not his preferred. Force routes through underneath bodies instead of a clean one where we're gonna funnel him into traffic, right? Now, Cree Thomas has the frame to make this physical. 6'1", 6'2" with cleats, 190, long enough, pause, to shrink Fuhrmann's clean catch window. Corner background supports his press, trail, and catch point work. We're going to get into that. Notre Dame experience has showed up all through Colorado fall camp, right? So he's been showing out. The assignment is not solo coverage. It is disciplined bracket execution where I'm going to show you what I would run on Isaiah Fuhrmann and take him completely out of the game plan from the jump. But you got to stay tuned to get that. Say no more. Thomas wins by changing the first 2 seconds, right? Crowd his release. Eliminate the free runway that turns cushion into vertical advantage. We've seen him working with my dog Surtain. We've seen his patience. We've seen he not going for nothing off the line. It should be, and Cree Thomas is a physical corner who like that. He welcomes the fist. It should be looking like a fist fight at the line of scrimmage and bump and run. Disrupt Fuhrmann's timing. He shouldn't sneeze. Coach Prime, sick him. Sick Thomas on Fuhrmann and let this be the assignment, alignment, and the assignment. Funnel Fuhrmann to help. Use leverage that sends Fuhrmann towards the safety and underneath traffic. I love starting off with a little baby cover 2, funneling him, getting ESPN, chip. Tyler Martinez, chip. Leona Leafowl, chip. Nickel, if you're in the nickel. Vickers, chip him. Don't give him free releases. When you let him get going and you let Isaiah Fuhrmann start building speed and then allow him to sit down in coverage, it's going to get spooky. He should be running, bumping. He should be on a roller coaster from the time the line of scrimmage to 10 yards. He should not ever be running free releases. Ever. Unless you want to allow him to get over the top. Because if you let this dude get moving, it's going to be a long day at Bobby Dodd Stadium. I'm going to tell you that. Trail the hip, and we're getting closer to what coverage I'm going to run on Fuhrmann if I'm planning to take him away. Sit low on the digs, the slants, and comebacks without racing past the receiver. Listen, he does a great job. They're going to try to test us vertical to give that respect, and that's when you're going to see him start breaking out on the underneath routes, breaking out underneath. Cool. We like that. We got something for that because we know what we're trying to do here with Isaiah Fuhrmann. He is not on the field for any reason. He's on the field for a reason, right? To take the vertical stretch over the top. They want to get him explosive plays, 19.7 yards per catch, right? Say no more. Play the hands at the catch point. Finish through the pocket. Do not panic and grab, right? Like we said, over his right side shoulder, he's comfortable and he'll go up over 2 people. He's a hooper. I'm not making this video to disrespect Isaiah Fuhrmann. I'm making this video to say, bruh, like that. So if we plan on winning, we got to strap up, right? We got to reset every snap. We got to reset every snap with Isaiah Fuhrmann. Motion stacks and reduced splits can change the declared leverage. They're going to try to find different ways to get him isolated on a linebacker, on a safety. Linebackers, listen. Safeties, listen. You cannot give Fuhrmann a free release. They're going to do different ways to get him isolated. They're going to bunch him. They're going to stack 2 receivers in front. They're going to try to bunch Fuhrmann to get him free releases and then get him across, especially in goal line. They like to start Isaiah Fuhrmann on the left side of the field, motion him, get somebody in traffic so that they don't get their feet snapped, and then they can get him quickly into space with that catch radius. So we always have to be near 5-yard bump. We cannot let him get stride. It's possible. I'm not saying this because it's possible. Now, one of my favorite coverages was Apache cover 1, because what you do in Apache cover 1 is Cree Thomas is going to be running bump and run, hell on wheels, hell on feet, hell on Bobby Dodd Stadium. We're going to bump. We're going to put that back foot down, dog. We're going to be here. We're going to funnel him. We're almost going to make it look like first of all, let me show you. Alberto Mendoza is never going to get a clean understanding of what we're doing with Fuhrmann off the rip. There's always going to be a safety over the top of Fuhrmann to let Mendoza know, don't even come this way. We own that. And we're going to make him think all the way until this 1 second on the clock. Even that, do I want to go there because of the safety over the top plus the length of Cree Thomas? It's going to have to be a perfect window in the coverage that's being shown for him to even think about going there. That's number 1. Pre-snap should eliminate Fuhrmann off the rip by not only what we're showing, what we can run. If you understand Apache cover 1, we're almost we're creating stress at the line of scrimmage, but we're almost allowing Cree Thomas to trail on that hip and sit on the underneath routes. And if I'm Cree Thomas, I know he likes to get to that right shoulder, and I know that bread basket's coming over the left. I can sit on that. So I am funneling him. I'm funneling him away from his comfort zone, which means I'm sitting on that right hip, and I'm middle, but I understand I'm waiting for him. So in Apache, we're allowing anything underneath 12 to 16 yards, 10, 12, 16 yards. We're sitting on that because we know we have safety over the top. Apache cover 1. Come on, dog. Come on. This is say no more. What are we talking about here? We own that. Yeah, we own that. Apache cover 1. And why I like Boo Carter, Vickers, Jaja Boyd. I trust it. Jordan Allen and the second receiver. I like Boo Carter on Jordan Allen or their other 2 receivers. I forgot. Not that I didn't forget their names, but I like Boo Carter and Vickers to hold up there. I like them to hold up there. They've shown that they can hold up there. Or Boyd, or I like them to hold up there. I ain't worried about Boo. I'm worried about Fuhrmann. That's why I'm stressing safety. I know Boo can handle his business. but I'm showing Alberto Mendoza nothing pre-snap. We on the A. When Alberto and Mendoza looks over here, our safety should be waving at him. Hello, yeah, hey, Fuhrmann, right? Nah, not today. Not over here. Take it somewhere else. Say no more. Now, the bracket works only when every layer owns a job, right? So Cree Thomas, press or catch the release, trail the hip, drive underneath breaks, play through his hands. Top safety, stay deeper than the deepest, protect the fade, post, and corner. Do not bite on the first break. What have we seen him be able to do? Let's go back. This is why maintaining your leverage is so important for the safety on these plays because of his jump ball catch radius, right? Let's take a look again at Isaiah Fuhrmann here. Again. Where does he like to get? Over that right shoulder. Again, right? Where does he always get back to? He gets back to that right shoulder, right? Let's rewind it here again. Yeah, hold on. All right. Again, he'll get to his body. Cree Thomas is on that. So Cree, you see what we're talking about, right? He loves to get back and spin. If we're here, I love that. I've seen you do it all camp, bro. I know we on that. But you see, this is not his turn. He's not going to turn over his left shoulder for a jump ball, bro. So sit on that, P. Sit on that. He turning in to get all jump balls. It don't matter where on the field. Isaiah Fuhrmann loves to turn right to get a jump ball. It's just his comfortability. Now, I ain't saying I got it figured out, but I know he likes to turn inside for the majority of his jump balls, right? Say no more. So we can use that to our advantage here. And it doesn't matter. Habits are habits. Oh, Lil, say no more. You're saying too much. No, habits are habits. It doesn't matter. You're not just going to change that mid-season. Oh, I want to turn over my left shoulder. Now, they'll find ways to get him in space too. When he gets the ball, we got to rally and we got to tackle, right? Rally and tackle. See? You see the stutter there. That's why I say you cannot allow off cushion on Isaiah Fuhrmann. Take a look. You see how he sets it up, but you see how he eats up off coverage? You see how they're respecting his speed? Stutter. That's like a slant fade, however you want to call it. Inside slant, stutter fade. You see that? Say no more. All right. So let's get back to the coverage here, right? So now you can see with Isaiah Fuhrmann, some of his now the linebackers, we got to wall that inside stem, then gain vision on the quarterback. He needs to be running through bumper cars. When we do decide to, when he is inside and we're think cover two, when we're funneling him inside, chip, bump, everybody, he should be getting hands from everywhere. That's how you take him off his game. That's how you get on him, bro. You do not frustrate him by saying, damn, everywhere I turn, they own that. Yeah. We here. Backside DBs, hold your matchup, right? Moving right along. Disrupt the timing, then fasten that seatbelt, Cree. You know what time it is, bruh. Pre-snap, we're going to change the leverage late. Make Mendoza confirm the bracket. We got to make Mendoza think, dog. And no matter how we're going to make Mendoza think, bruh. No matter what, it should always look like Fuhrmann isn't the number one option. How do you it should never look like Fuhrmann is their number one option, like, oh, it's green. It should never show pre-snap that, ooh, it's there. Because then that means they want to go there. It's never good. It's always bad. Say no more. Release. We got to jam. We got to stay on that, right? Stay connected on the stem and the catch radius. Physical does not mean careless, though. And the double moves, he will run a stutter and go. He will run it out and up. And he will run a sit and go. Like, so we got to be patient. It's going to take, this is Cree Thomas coming out party right here. First assignment, if you ask me. All right. When they go to motion, we got to travel the bracket called safety communication. When they're going to put him in motion. We already talked about that, right? When they try to stack Fuhrmann, they're going to try to stack him in formation to create that mismatch. We got to keep Cree Thomas locked in if we can. Thomas plays off the point, avoid getting picked. Safety stays patient over the release, right? They're going to try to find, even when they stack him, they're going to try to throw quick bubble screens and try to get him the ball in space too, right? As you can see, they're going to try to get him the ball in space as well. Bunch. Match the release distribution. Identify Fuhrmann after the stem declares, right? And reduce your splits there, right? So these are the routes I've seen that Fuhrmann loves to run. The fade or the goal ball. That's the money play. The slant or the dig, yeah, but he's more of a contested catch radius guy, and then he kind of sits down. He's not from what I've seen, is not catch the slant and he's out of there. So we can rally on that, and we're gonna play bumper cards with him. If we do allow inside release linebacker, chip, DN, chip, I mean, we on that, right? The deep out, this is his money plays. The deep out on either side of the hash, that deep out is Isaiah Fuhrmann's money play. On the right side of the hash, he'll get his hands out, good catch radius. Left side, he's more of a basket. So there's going to be opportunities there to go get that, right? The post, we got to keep his safety over the top. The corner or the slot fade, you'll see he'll go up over two guys and he'll go get it, right? So these are, we got to contest the high point, deflection, or force the check down. That right shoulder, y'all. I want to keep stressing that right shoulder for Isaiah Fuhrmann. He always wants to get back to that comfortability, right? Taking away third team and change Mendoza's clock, right? Pre-snap, Mendoza identifies two defenders committed to Fuhrmann. We got to make him think. First read, the vertical access, though, is capped with the underneath window. He wants this. They want it early and often when they want to see, hey, where can we take our shots? There is none. We on that. Allen's going to have to beat us. Jordan Allen and your third receiver are going to have to beat us. Fuhrmann's not going to beat us. All right, reset. He must work to Jordan Allen, the back, the tight end or backside isolation. We're going to make Corbo, Justice Haynes out the backfield, Allen in the slot do the work. We're not going to let Fuhrmann get his explosive plays. That's finito, right? We're going to bring pressure, right? Disrupt that timing, right? Now, let's get back to some of the highlights, right? So we can get some more, we can talk some more clips here. And don't forget to smash that like button too, bro. I mean, we getting ready for Georgia Tech. I'm going to do a lot of scouting on the corners, the receivers, the skill players. If you want to do the lineman, I'll leave somebody up to that. I want to get to I'm talking about the hoopers, bro. Not like that, but the ball players. Again, you see that track over that shoulder. Boom, right? Here we go. There it is. There it is. Boom. There it is, y'all. We cannot allow Fuhrmann to eat the cushion. We cannot allow Fuhrmann to eat that cushion, right? He will. 6'4". Do not let it. Don't get it twisted. That's what I'm talking about there when we're talking about contested windows, right? You see what? Now we're running a trail. We're outside shoulder, right? Hand on shoulder, but he can make that contested catch in traffic. Now here, linebacker's taking this away. We got to drive on that. Gideon, Vickers, Nichols, those opportunities are going to be there to drive on that. There was no reason for that linebacker to drive on that, right? Like, pay attention right here, right? He's covered here. He's there. He's on that. What we need is funneling. We're going to funnel Fuhrmann. This should be a pick. This should be a pick here. This should be a pick if we run that. We're not doing that. Say no more. Let's keep it moving. That should be a pick. Easy pick. Well, that coverage is, yeah. You see that body catch right there? You see the body catch over the left shoulder. Breadbasket. This is what I seen. I've been up all night. I ain't slept. With Fuhrmann over the left shoulder is body. We're going to be able to drive on those. And I'm telling you, this is a habit. And I'm not saying he cannot catch with his hands over the left shoulder, but habits are habits. Comfortability is comfortability. It's not something you switch over. Those body catches are going to allow Colorado to drive in there and rip that thing out, bro. Get in there. And what do we give him again? If you give this dude a free release, bro, he can run routes. Look, this is what we can't do against Fuhrmann, right? No touch off the line of scrimmage. Nothing. Free release. Free release equals free plays, okay? When it comes to Fuhrmann, all right? Anything free, it gets expensive on the short side boundary of the field. Now, this is the short side boundary of the field. This is not the field side. This is the boundary side of the field. Usually taller, bigger receivers can work the boundary of the field because of their catch radius, right? Say no more. You see that move? You see that double move? Boom. Easy money play, right? Again, allowing a free release, cookies, cookies, body catch, cookies. Okay? Let's go back here. This is what happens when you allow Fuhrmann a free release down the middle of the field. Vickers, Boyd. Yeah, they're running. It's like 21 personnel. Yeah, it looks like 2 tight ends are in there, right? So they'll take shots out of 21 personnel. This is not Georgia Tech's offense, but this is how they're going to play to his strengths, right? Take a look at the corner. No chicken, no chow mein, no rice. Listen, no reroute, no physicality, clean look pre-snap. They gave the quarterback a clean look pre-snap. He already identified, I have this matchup. So now he already knows I can go to Fuhrmann, right? And the DB, no way, Jose, do you ever allow a free release inside and no hands. And then look, he stacks him. It's done. He's done. Look at that separation, bruh. Look at that separation, dog. Hey, that 4-4 is real for Fuhrmann, bruh. That 4-4 is real. All right, homie. Let's take a look. Bottom of the screen here. Again, back shoulder. That's why we're playing the trail technique. That play will be there. That's a pick against Colorado. Now, listen. Again, right off, the timing is there. We got to disrupt this timing. We see the release. But after the release, where's the hands? We cutting that off. We rerouting that. Once I do see opportunities for a reroute once he releases, we cutting that path off. We're disrupting that timing. That's why I said Apache cover 1. Get your head around. Get your head around, DB. You get your head around, what's that? That's money. There's money to be made. That's money. Hey, throw that against Colorado, please. We on that. I need that. That's money ball, right? That's a money play. We turn around, that's right in the cookie jar, right? Say no more. We need that. Get back to it. I'm saying this because Isaiah Fuhrmann, 6'4", running a 4-4 on that. Contested catch, right? Again, he has that catch radius, right? We're going to have to be able to drive on we're going to have to be able to drive on some of those underneath routes, right? Say no more. When you respect his cushion, those out routes will be there. That's why I love Apache cover 1 for Fuhrmann, because he's very good coming out of his breaks on the right hash. He's good coming out of his breaks. That's why I like Apache cover 1 trail technique. Cree Thomas, we're sitting there. We have a safety over the top for the fade, right? Look at this dude. This dude took off. He took off running, bruh. Ain't no way. He said, hey, yo, 4.4. He's not going to beat me up. He ain't even over there, dog. So this is why I like Apache cover 1 here. We're in this hip. We're breaking on anything underneath. We're sitting and we're trusting our safety to stay over the top. We're taking away Fuhrmann in the game plan, run. Apache cover 1. Apache cover 1. We're sitting. Anything line of scrimmage, 16, 18. We're running a trail technique. We understand he's very, very, very comfortable breaking outside. We sitting. And we're trusting our safety on the fade route, though. We're trusting, even pre-snap, we're trusting that fade route. And we're driving on that. That's too open, dog. That's too open. Ain't no way. But you see what happens when you have to respect his vertical cushion, right? Again, stutter and go. There it is. Playing off is not the ideal for Isaiah Fuhrmann. He loves off coverage. Give him off and say goodnight, right? Again, bail technique, no bueno. The corner's running a bail. He's bailing at the line of scrimmage. No bueno. I do not trust you to run with a 4-4 guy. I do not need bail. I need hell. You understand? Bailing on Fuhrmann, we need to reroute pre-snap all the time. And I'm even rolling my safe. I'm moving my safety closer inside the numbers to let Alberto Mendoza know, don't even try it. We'll take Curbo. We'll take Curbo over the middle. We'll take Allen. I trust I like my nickel in my corners. I like my nickel to stay with Allen in the slot. And I like Rando and I like Nate Dogg to be able to bracket this tight end here. But what we're showing is that's not there. It's not available. No bueno. But Bell technique, no way. Because that's why. The stutter and go. The hitch, the stop and go. However you want to call it. That's enough. It's about 35 minutes. That's enough. Listen, y'all. All right. Back to the thumbnail. Listen, Isaiah Fuhrmann is like that or I wouldn't be making this video. So salute to Isaiah Fuhrmann, young man. But, you know, it's Colorado, baby. It's the Buffaloes. I gotta get my dogs as ready as they can. So I'm rolling Cree Thomas on. And Cree Thomas, go ahead and do that job, baby. I look forward to this matchup. And I look forward to Cree Thomas showing why he is one of the top corners in the Big 12. Coach Prime, Coach Fletcher, Coach Marv. We have to identify where Isaiah Fuhrmann is on the field at all times. This is their big play, explosive playmaker right here, all right? 6'4", running a 4.4, comes over with the same production as Kam Perry. We can't say it's Scary Perry and not say it's Doom Fuhrmann, whatever, bro. You get what I'm saying? All right, listen, if you like these breakdowns, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the video. Check out the next video right here and smash that subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you don't miss. Say no more. See y'all in a second, bro.